Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the Bible readings in the mornings. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. I knew I would enjoy it, but not at the level that I truly am. It's just been so exciting internally for me, and I hope that either now or in the future, people will be able to enjoy it as much as I am. We're going to talk about a lot of things right now. We're going to talk about the waking up from the great delusion, which the Bible talks about the world being in a great delusion. And there happens to be a video that's going around of mine from a couple weeks ago that I did a voice recording of Michael from around the world. That is Michael from around the world. You'll see this on Twitters and YouTubes and places, and that's what that is, Michael from around the world. And you can find him at Council of Time.com. All one word. CouncilofTime.com, and he has an incredible amount of information about the Bible. A true gift to the world from God. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he talks about current events. And he has a lot of information that's worth your time to go over there. He helps break down the illusion like no one else I've been able to see. And there's so many people that right now in politics are in a delusion. In America's politics, it's a delusion because nothing gets done. But more importantly, I want to talk about communism. Now, if you live under communism, you absolutely are living under a delusion, correct? You're forced to live under a delusion under communism. You have to go by absolutely what the state says, correct? And if the state says something and it's not true, it doesn't matter. You must agree and repeat and agree with what the state, the communist state, says. Therefore, the people in communist countries, if they believe it or not, they are in a delusion. If you don't believe the rhetoric, then you're living in a bubble of delusion of everybody else's. But if you voice that, in communism, you are, know your history. And that's exactly what we're going to do right this second, is know our history. When we go to councilofTime.com today, Michael was talking extensively about a communist country and the rise of it right now and the power of it right now, and how, as in the Bible says, that there will be a 200 million man army. And there is a thing called the Agenda 21 that people have been trying to inform people about for a long time. We had this thing come around that kind of delusioned a lot of people. Yes, it just truly did. Because all the information is true, but there's nobody that's going to do anything about it, so it is a delusion. It's the same thing here with Agenda 21, trying to tell people it's imprinted, it's in writing. The UN says what they're going to do 50, 60 years ago in the year 2021. And this is Agenda 21. We're in the year 2021, and people still can't see through the delusion. Okay? Now, what I want to talk about is that in a communist country, it's about propaganda. And if you look at the United States of America, that's all we've got is propaganda right now. So we're well on our way to a communist type of thing. We know that there is a communist country that has infiltrated our country from the Far East, right? Not the Middle East, the Far East, and has now infiltrated America's politics. A communist country. We also know that President Trump went to that president's country and the Forbidden City. We know that that president has come into America. So let's talk about some of these delusions of the splan. I'm going to splandemic you. What's, a possibility of what's happened. Now, when this first came out a year and a half ago in China having the flu, COVID-19, they were one of the first countries, and we would see pictures of them lock down cities. We would see them lock and weld shut buildings, shut off water and electricity. You guys have seen those videos. We know that in China, during that exact same time, that there was clouds of smoke of organic material that could be seen from space that was being burnt in certain spots. And we know that there was millions and millions of cell phones users that just got deleted. They no longer paid their bill. There's no longer service for that phone number. Millions of them disappeared at a very short rate of time in this communist country. Now, if somebody was going to invade America, it would be a plan. And what we've got right now is every single person in America fighting against the other person in America. At the exact same time, clueless of what's going on in other countries. If you gave the green light to Americans, Americans would do nothing else but shoot and kill each other right now. Could care less about anybody else. Communism or fascism or slavery or what's going on, just terrible things around the world. America wouldn't care about that. We would shoot each other over politics, over race, over have and have nots. It would take a miracle of God to bring America back to a one people. It would take a miracle of God for that to happen right now. China probably wouldn't want that. Trust the plan? It was trust in the plan, having China, Iran, and Russia get together and be a one organization. It's happening right now. Is that part of the plan? 3 dictator, communist, fascist, suppression type states, them all getting together at the exact same time. Is that part of the plan? Are you living in a delusionment? I'm just asking you. It was all part of the plan from 60, 50 years ago. And it's happening right now in front of our face. Now let's get to a little bit of something that goes back into the Agenda 21. We're in America right now. We're saying that we have a supply issue, that we don't have things being shipped in and delivered into America. We don't have food, running out of all kinds of things, computer chips, you name it, everything, correct? And we know that we can see that there's hundreds and hundreds of cargo ships sitting off the West Coast. Yet they can't be unloaded. Aren't being unloaded, won't be unloaded, whatever the case is. And everybody's crying, I want those boats to come in here and bring me those supplies. I want my supplies. I don't have my big gulp cup. What makes you think those ships offshore have supplies, products for you to consume? Is it possible that there is an invasion army sitting right there in front of our face? Is it possible that they're waiting on the Mexican border? Is it possible they're waiting on the Canadian border? Are you living in a delusionment and want to believe in